So let's talk about countif and countifs. So it might seem kind of like complex to understand, but it isn't really. So now, what really is countif? Countif just brings a particular let's say number of times a value appears, right? So if I say how many times did Sandra Bullock patronize this particular company, here we can say, okay, we have one, two, three, I think three Sandra Bullocks, right? So let's try that and see what I mean. So if I say Sandra Bullock, right? Now I want to see how many times she patronized this particular company. So now I'm going to say count equals countif equals countif. Now the range is going to be coming from here because this is where we are looking up for our value, for our criteria, right? So now the criteria is going to be, let's say, Sandra Bullock, right? Now you can see it's theory, right? There's something I actually wanted to do, so let me do that again. Say equals count if, right? And we say range coming from here and the criteria coming down here, right? So theory, right? So let's say the reason I did this is because if we change his name to, let's say, James Fry, we are going to, instead of doing the formula all over again, we are going to see how many times James Fry appeared. So looking at this, we can see that James Fry appeared twice, right? Oh, three times. You can see theory 1, 2, 3. So let's do that. It's going to give us 3, but we are not convinced, right? So let's look for someone that appears maybe more than 3. So let's look at John Eke and see 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's type John Eke and see what we have. John Eke. So now you see it gave us 4. That is the reason why I did that. But now you understand what I said. I said your countif gives you the number of times a particular value appears in a row or range, right? So now you can see the range is actually where your criteria is going to be coming from, and the B25 is the criteria, and the criteria means what exactly you are looking for, right? So now let's go to the count ifs. Now let's say I'm looking for John Eke, but I want to know the number of times John Eke patronized us in the number of months John Eke patronized us, like the number of times, how many times in December did John Eke patronize us, right? And we can also look at how many times in December did John Eke or Sandra Bullock did social media service, give us a social media job to run for them, right? So let me do this so that you understand what I'm saying. So if I say equals count ifs, right, equals count ifs, right? Now the criteria range is going to be coming from here because we are looking up for Sandra Bullock this time, right? Or John Eke. Let's say John Eke. Now the criteria that we are looking for is going to be John Eke. Let me click that. Now the criteria range 2 we are looking for is going to come from here because we are looking for the number of times John Eke patronized us on September, right? So we are going to click that too. Now we can just tap enter and see what it's going to give us. So the answer is going to give us is 1. So if we tap enter, you're going to see 1, and that is because he patronized us once in December. There is no other December here. But if I should change that to somebody that's patronized us twice, like Sandra Bullock, it's going to give us 2. So if I change that to Sandra Bullock, now you expect to get 2, right? Now oh yeah, okay, the reason we got 0 is because we are looking at September, not December. So I'm sorry, it's December I was talking about. But let's look at someone who patronized us September. Mary Star. Okay, let's look at Mary Star. So now you can see it gave us 0 because Sandra Bullock never patronized us on September. You can check this very well and see. But let's take a look at Mary Star and see if we are correct. So we can say Mary Star because she patronized us September. Now you can see 1. Yeah, the actually I should have changed this to September, not in March, but you get the idea. 1, right? Now this gave us 5. And how did we come about 5? So this goes to show that Mary Star appeared 5 times. So we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So let me change. Actually, let me just leave that. But you get the idea. Don't get this confused. This is supposed to be September, right? Let me just change this. So actually September. Now you get the idea, right? Now, but let's go further with our criteria. It doesn't stop there. That's why we have a lot of criteria range. Now let's say we want to see the number of times Mary Star patronized us on September but doing flyer design, right? Let's see the number of times she patronized us on September but doing giving us a flyer design job. So we can come to this criteria range, and because this is what we are looking for now, right? What we are looking for is in this range. So we can put our comma and say flyer design, or since we are looking for Mary Star, let's say logo design, right? Now let's hit enter. 1, right? But let's look for someone who patronized us logo design but on September as well. Let's see, September. Let's just type any name and see, for example. So I'm going to type in John Eke. This should give us 0, right? And that is because John Eke never patronized us on September with logo design, right? But if I should change this to, let's say, okay, not logo design, but let's say flyer design, right? If I should change this to not logo design but flyer design, we are going to get, so let me pick this instead. Let me pick this. So flyer design, so we should get 1, right? Now you can go further and look for more criteria range. Now to buttress my point, to make this more understandable, I said if, for example, you want to see the number of times Mark Bedge or Sandra Bullock, right, did flyer design or CV writing or logo design in September. So, okay, let me do another one, right? So let me do another one again. Let me say April. Now what I want to do, understand it, what I want to do now is see the number of time Rick Bake patronized us in April doing content creation. So now I want to purposely turn this March to April again. So let me turn this to April, right? And I want to turn this, so April content creation, I want to turn this CV writing to content creation so that you get the idea. Content creation. Now we expect 2. We should expect 2 as the answer because we are looking for Regbake. The number of times Regbake did content creation in April, that's what we are looking for. So we'll come here and say equals countifs, right? Equals countif. Now the criteria range is going to start from here because we are looking for Regbake, right? And the criteria should be Regbake, right? And so the next criteria range is going to be coming from March, right? Now, and our criteria, we are looking at April. Now the next criteria, which is the last, we are looking for, so you're going to select the criteria range because of what we are looking for in that criteria range, which is content creation, right? Oh, sorry, select this and then use your comma and content creation, right? Now if I hit my enter, I should expect 2. You get, because we did content creation twice in April. I mean, you can see this content creation in April, right? But if I turn this April to, let's say, March, now it's going to go back to 1. So that is it about countif and countifs. Thank you guys, and stay tuned for more videos.